When I was 13 years old, my best friend was sent away to alcohol rehabilitation. And she was my best friend. I was with her all the time, and I didn't realize that there were any issues, right? And so her mom and dad identified that there were issues and sent her away to rehab. And she ended up being at 2 rehabilitation facilities over the next, I don't know, it might have been 3 or 4 months, and I had the opportunity to visit her in both. Seeing how people were treated, not necessarily as humans, but just as a number, as just another case, really impacted me, and I knew ever since I was about in 8th grade that I really wanted to help people. And like I said, I feel like every person has the right to be treated with dignity and respect, no matter what their issues are.
When I was at senior high school, I worked with the behavior program there, and I'd see Mae doing her thing and working with the students, and we sometimes would, even talk about, bounce ideas off of how we could show up for the students better, because that was what I was working in as well. So I've definitely gotten to see that passion come through her.
It's hilarious how much she loves her football, and she almost has a different bump in her step. Even when football season started, you could just tell she's very excited for football season.
If you want to really, have fun with her, you can play Juicy Wiggle from the Iowa State game. She can't control herself.
For me, Mae just makes the job worth coming to every single day.
When my daughter Emma was 15 years old, she suffered a back injury that impacted her for the rest of high school. And I was a mother with a psychology degree and a job and insurance and a full circle of support of friends and a spouse who supported all of her care as well. And there were days that I felt like I was at the end of my rope. And it really, for me, it built a lot of empathy. If I think about families where there aren't 2 caregivers, or they don't have insurance, or they're working a 3rd shift, maybe they're isolated from family and friends, and how difficult it is for them. But then I also think about, I didn't hesitate to tell people that my daughter had a back problem. I didn't hesitate to take her to doctors here in town, to the University of Iowa, ultimately to the Mayo Clinic. As parents, we need to understand that the brain can get sick, just like a back can get injured.
That's just really huge for her, is that idea of holding space no matter how we're showing up, no matter what's going on with your day, that when you come into the studio, it's a safe space to go. When you're on your mat, you get to just be you on your mat, right? Working through what you need to work through. And then some of the things that tie into a brain health room, or some of the things, the skills that we try to, that overflows to kids, is obviously coming to your breath.
Breathing is very interesting because it's an automatic response of our body. We don't have to think about breathing during the day. However, it can be a planned response too.
She's the person who is not only the boss, but she's the doer in the organization.
Even when she's faced with challenges, she doesn't really seem to sweat. She just kind of keeps rolling with the punches and gets the information out, and always has that clear, concise message.
And she cares so much about everybody in her life. So I think that combination of being really determined and focused and being able to have vision, along with really caring about people, and her loyalty to people too, probably just all of those factors combined, made it so that she could make a huge difference in this community.